أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. So as you know, we are learning the properties of ism. We have learned a few already. We're approaching the end now. So what we have learned so far? We have learned status, Rafa, Nasab, and Jar, the three types of status, and we learned how to tell the status of an ism. Then we learned about gender. We have done that too. So every ism is considered masculine unless there is a reason to call it feminine, and then we learned the reasons to call feminine. So if you see any of those reasons, that is a feminine gender ism. Otherwise, it will be a masculine. And the last class, we learned about adat. We have done that, but inshallah today we will quickly revise it. So in adat, what we have? We have three categories with respect to adat, I mean number: singular, dual, and plural. We already know this. We know this from our Muslim chart. We have a column for singular, column for dual, column for plural. In this table here, the plural words, do we call them sound plurals? Because plurals have two types, sound plurals and broken plurals. So the only additional information you are going to get, or you did get, was that what is a sound plural, what is a broken plural. We already know the plural. So there are only two types. And the plurals that you see in the Muslim chart, they end with like what? They end like una ina. Muslimuna, muslimina. Their ending sound is una ina. Or atun or atin in when it is feminine. So the all the plurals that end with una ina, atun or atin, they have this ending sound. One of these four, they are called sound plural. And if they don't have that, they have some other ending sound, then they're called broken plural. Simple as that. And then we practiced it. We are not going to do that. I'm not going to go over that in this revision part. Okay. And then I shared with you an interesting fact about the broken plurals. The broken plurals are generally treated as singular feminine. They are plural. They are plural. But the way the Arabs use them in their sentences, they use them in their sentences, it appears that it is singular, but it is actually not, right? So this is something unique, I believe, about Arabic, that the words which are plural, they are treated as singular. Not only that, they're also treated as feminine. All right, singular and feminine. So we learned about the gender some time ago. So there is real feminine, non-real, ta marbuta at the end, name, proper names of places, body parts in pairs, linguistic reasons, words ending with the alif maksura. And then we learned about this, broken plurals. Remember that? So broken plurals, we didn't talk much about that, but now we know what a broken plural is. So remember, this is another reason for calling a word feminine if it is a broken plural, because it is generally treated as feminine by Arabic speaking people, Arabs. So that is why we call it feminine. All right, let's continue. So what we have done so far, we are done with status, we are done with gender, we are done with number. Today we are going to learn about the last property of ism, that is type. It is very simple, very simple. So with respect to type, we have only two categories: common noun, proper noun. So when you see an ism, with respect to type, there are only two options. It will be either a common noun or a proper noun. For example, in English, I say, I met a man at the bus stop yesterday. I can highlight two nouns here, a man, and you want to see if it is common noun or proper noun. Everybody knows a man would mean a common noun. But when I say the bus stop, I'm adding a word the before it. That makes it proper noun. right? Similarly, if I say I met Ahmed at the bus stop, so now I'm not saying I met a man. I'm saying I met Ahmed. So that makes it proper noun, right? For example, I say Hamza bought this book for his sister because she loves reading. So over here, if Hamza is an ism, it is proper noun. This book, now we're pointing to a specific book. So it is not a common noun, it is proper noun. His sister is a proper noun, and she, because she refers to the sister now, it's a pronoun, so therefore it is also a proper noun. So this is a simple concept that you already know. An ism can be common or proper, only two options. So this was English, but now we need to learn this in Arabic. How to tell that an ism is common or proper in Arabic language. So, as I said before, there are only two options: common noun, which is called nakiratun, or proper noun, which is called ma'rifatun. So, general statement. Like we had a general statement when we were learning about gender. What is the general statement? The general statement is an ism in the Arabic language is considered common noun unless there is a reason to call it proper. So the default type is common noun. So when you see an ism, you want to know if it is common noun or proper noun. You look for reasons to call it proper. You look for reasons to call it proper noun. But if you don't find any reason to call it proper noun, then it is common noun. All right, similar to gender. Like if you don't find a reason to call a ism feminine, then it is masculine. Same thing. If you don't find a reason to call an ism proper, you call it common noun, because common noun is a default type. So we will go over the reasons to call an ism proper. The first reason is proper names. Proper names of people, proper names of places. So I have some examples here. Muhammad, Hassan, Ibrahim, and proper names of people. Mecca, Madian, these are proper names of places. So when you see a proper name being used in Arabic, you can say it is proper noun. All right? That's the first reason. Second reason is when you see a word and there is an additional al at the beginning. Qalamun means one pen. When it starts with al qalamu. So al makes it proper. So this is like the, the in English, the, al. When al is added to a word, then this, or an ism I should say, then this ism, that ism will become proper noun. Qalamun means a pen. Al qalamu, the pen. Al ayatu, al muslimu, the Muslim. So al makes an ism. So when you see an al at the beginning, you can say it is proper noun. And all the pronouns, attached or detached, doesn't really matter. All the pronouns, huwa, hum, anta, antum, ana, nahnu. And when you see kitabu, the ka part is always proper. So whenever you see a pronoun and you want to know if it is proper noun or common noun, very simple. It will be always proper. Pronouns are all proper. Is asma'ul ishara. Now remember I sent some slides last week at the end of last week's class, and that included a table. And there were two tables, one for asma'ul ishara, and there was one other thing that we will talk next. So asma'ul ishara. So the homework was to memorize those words and their meaning. So asma'ul ishara are the words which are used to point at something. Like haza. Haza means this. Hazihi also means this. Haula'i is the plural. These. Haza is for masculine, hazihi is for feminine. Zalika is also used for pointing at something, but something that is far. Zalika means that. Tilka is also means that, but this is for feminine, pointing at something which is feminine. And ulaika is a plural both for masculine and feminine. Haulai is the same for both masculine and feminine. So when you see an ismul ishara, that is always a proper noun. Another category is asma'ul mawsula. Allazina. Allazi means the one who. Allazina, those who. These two words are used for masculine. And similarly, we have two words, allati, allati, or sometimes also use allai. They are for feminine. The one who, but if the one who is feminine, then you use allati or allati or allai. So whenever you see these words, allazi, allazina, allati, allati, or allai, right away you say it is a proper noun. It is a proper noun. And there are two other categories which we will not talk much about at this time, but there are also uh, reasons to call an ism proper. So we will talk about them at some other time. So total, how many reasons? Total 7 reasons. We have talked them in more detail in this session about 5 of them. The other 2, inshallah, we will talk about them at some later stage. So what is the rule? Rule is whenever you see an ism and you want to know if it is a proper noun or a common noun, what do? You think, is it a proper name of a place or of a person? Does it have an al with it? Is it a proper noun? I mean, is it a pronoun, I should say? Sorry. Is it a pronoun? Is it one of these words? Haza, hazi. Is it an ismul ishara? Zalika, tilka, ulaika, pointing word. Or is it or a conjunctive noun, or we can also use the word asma'un mawsulatun. Ism mawsul. Allazi, allazina, allati, and allati. There are the 2 others that inshallah we will talk about them in detail at a later stage. So at this time, I don't want to overload you with information. So at this time, you can focus on 5 reasons, but you should know there are 7 reasons to call an ism, 7 reasons in total to call an ism a proper noun. So if you don't see any of these reasons in an ism, then that ism will be a common noun. So that is today's lesson. So we will do a little bit of practice and then we go to the inshallah to the breakout room. But before we going there, remember this. Haza means this. Hazihi also means this. This is the table I shared. Haulai means these. Zalika, tilka both mean that. One for masculine, one for feminine. Ulaika is used for masculine and feminine. It means those. It's a plural word. And then this is the next one I had shared with you. Allazi, allazina. The one who, those who. For masculine. Allati, allati or allai. Both. Sometimes allati is used. Sometimes allai is used. Both mean the same thing. Those who, but for feminine. Allati, singular for feminine, the one who. You should memorize these words. Not only for identifying if the word is common or proper, but also these words are used in Quran everywhere. They are very commonly used in Quran, and you need to memorize their meaning. So when they show up in Quran, you know what they mean. So let's do a little bit of practice. For your, I have listed here the 5 reasons, out of 7 to call an ism proper for your convenience. Obviously, you won't have that list in front of you when you see an ism in Quran. But over here, for your convenience, because we are just learning this at this time, we are going to Identify if an ism is proper noun or common noun. I have a I have a hand from Aisha. Aisha, would you like to participate? If you do, unmute yourself. Okay, Turhan, you have your hand up?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to participate? That's why you raise your hand?
Yes.
Okay, kitabun. Is it a proper noun or a common noun? Does it have any reason to call it proper?
No,
No? So what is it?
it's a common noun.
Common noun. Very good. Next word. Uh, Sister Aisha. She has her hand up. Okay, she removed it. Okay. Muhammad Abdullah. The next word is imra'atun, a woman. Is
It,
it a proper noun or a common noun?
it's common noun.
Common noun. Very good. Aisha too. Aisha is a name, a female name. Brother Sadaf Ahmad, is it proper noun or common noun?
It's a proper noun.
Proper noun. Name. It's a proper name of a person. Proper name of person or places. They are proper noun. Azwajun means spouses. Azwajun means spouses. Okay, Tanjeen, what do you think about this word?
Spouses? That looks like common.
Yeah, you're right. It is common.
Doesn't fit any of the reasons.
That's right. Thank you, Tanjeen. You did a good job. So I would like to pick from some new students, huh? Inshallah. Sister Sairesa, what do you think? As-salatu. It means the prayer. What is it? Proper or common?
It's a common
Common. Why you say it's common?
because it's the name of thing, a prayer.
The prayer, yeah. But you see the al before it? Do you see, sister?
Yes.
There is an additional
Yeah.
al before it.
Okay, so it's a common.
Yeah. So it is what? Sorry?
It's a proper name.
Proper noun. Nouns with al. Starting with al.
With al.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
therefore, if it was salatun, then it is proper. But with al, as-salatun, as-salatu rather, then it is proper noun, not common. Yeah, good. Thank you, Sister Saresa. Tilka. Tilka means that. What is it? Umar, Suhail, Sayyid. Tilka.
Tilka. Tilka would be common noun because it has none of the indicators.
But this is a pointing word,
Yeah,
Umar.
it's pointing at something, so it would be a proper, yeah.
Yeah, because tilka would be used to point at something. Haza means this, that, these, those, these are all pointing words. So that is why it is important to memorize them because they are very commonly used in Quran. Thank you, Umar. So this is a proper noun. Kitabukum. Kum. I'm talking about kum here, not kitab. Kum. Kum is a attached pronoun, a pronoun attached to an ism kitab. So what is it? Kum. Is it proper noun or is it common noun? Ajia or Yusra?
It's a proper noun.
Why?
Because it's a pronoun.
Yeah, you're right. Because it's a pronoun. Simple as that. So let's stop here and now we can go to the breakout room and hopefully everybody will get a chance to practice. So let's go to the breakout room now.